Good day, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Now, for those who have been subscribed, kindly subscribe, like, and share. Now, today, let's take up our first example. And this example uh, looks like this. We will draw this figure. Okay. Now, this one is not that difficult at all. It's very simple. Now we will start drawing here. We'll start drawing on the front view, and we're now on the front view. And the front view of this solid looks like this. Now there are so many approaches in creating our drawing. Now, for this one, we can start from this point and then draw this line, go up, draw this line, go up, and then this line, go down, like that. So what we'll be doing is we simply draw the profile here, or probably we can draw a line starting from this point and then go directly here, go up here, horizontal to the left, go down vertical, horizontal to the left, go up, horizontal to the left, vertical line until such time we end at this point, which is exactly the uh, 0 point there. Okay, so it's up to you whether you will be drawing the the front view here, or we simply draw this line, continuous line, and then go up like that. And then later on our drawing, we will remove this portion. No? Okay? Okay. So let's start drawing this figure now. So I draw a line starting from this point, horizontal for that matter, and then go to the right there. Now I will draw 120. I will not stop at this point here. Okay? So I go 120 automatic. Okay? 120. And then the vertical distance, I'm already at this point, is 10 plus 15 plus 20. That is 45. So the distance is 45 there, so I type 45. Now I go left, horizontal. Now the value is 15, I type 15. Now I go down. Now this distance is 20. And of course it's vertical, now angle 90 degrees, so that is 20 here. Now I go horizontal from this point to this point. What is this distance? Now this distance is 120 minus 15 minus 15. So that will be 120 minus 30, so the length of this line is 90. Then I go up to this point here. Now the height is 10, so I go up vertical, a value of 10 mm. And then horizontal at that point, and then up to the end point there. Undo. So I draw a line here so that I can have that point. There you go. So this is our drawing. We will move our dimension there, and then we can move this one up. Okay, and then we can dimension this line. This is 15, of course. Now you see, all of our lines now are in blue, but still we have 4 dimensions. Why do you think? Why can't we see the, what you call this? Why do we have 4 needed dimensions? Why is it that the drawing is not fully constrained? Now these 4 dimensions are with reference to this figure. If I delete this figure, for example, Okay. If I delete this, escape. If you notice, it's now fully constrained. So those four lacking dimensions are with respect to the figure we deleted a while ago. No? So let us undo, which means that our drawing is fully constrained. You see? Take a look, it's fully constrained. It's undo. So that we can see, or that you can see our figure there, okay? Okay. So let's click on the finish sketch. What we have is this one. Do southeast isometric. Now we click on fixed distance. So we have this. Going back to the sketch. Now this distance is 60. Okay. So what we need to do is to extrude this. Extrude. And then the extrude will be symmetric. Now the distance is 60. This is a symmetric extrude. 60. Okay. So that is what we have. Now going back to the sketch, okay, I need to remove this portion here because what I did is I simply draw the 120 lines straight. I didn't go up. No? So what I'll be doing is I click here. I'm sorry. I will start my drawing here. Okay. Try to take a look. Now going back to the figure, on my sketch, try to take a look. This is 60 and the height is 10. Okay. So going back to my sketch 2, this is my sketch 2 here. I click here, I select this line, and then I draw a rectangle. Starting from that point, I drag it, something like that. I will dimension now my rectangle. Now this one on the figure is equivalent to 60. And this distance is 10. So it's now blue, which means it is fully constrained. Try to take a look here. I click on finish sketch there. I click on extrude. I select that one, selected. I go opposite, and then here on the distance I will go to next. So what we have now, if we go back to the sketch wherein we have here the figure, is withdraw. So what we have is this one now. Exactly the same what you see on the figure. Now if I go back, there is here a 30 with a height of 20. Okay? We need to remove this portion. So let's create a 2D sketch on this face. There you go. Okay? So the concentration is on this face. I select the geometry. I draw a rectangle, something like that. Sorry, undo. Rectangle. Click. And click. That is a rectangle. It's a very small one. I will dimension this distance. Dimension this distance. From that to that, that is 30. There you go. And dimension from this edge to that edge here. On the figure, this is 15. Now my rectangle now, if you try to take a look here, I'm fully constrained. Here, it's fully constrained. So I click Finish Sketch. That is now my work. And looking back on sketch 1, here, now the height is 20. Okay? So I go back to my drawing. I click on Extrude. I select this one. Opposite Extrude, direction 2. Now height is 20. Now I have that. Okay? Now let me go back to my sketch 1 so that we can see the figure. I want to establish the hole here. And the hole from this edge is 30. And from this edge, it's 20. So 30 and 20. Okay? So I click on Start Sketch again on this face here. Let me rotate it, something like that. And then I select that one, the geometry. I select a circle. I hover my mouse. Now the circle has a diameter of 20, I believe. I dimension from this edge to that center there, it's 30. And then from this edge to the center is 20 from the figure. It's 20. There you go. I click on Finish Sketch. I extrude. I select the circle. I select opposite direction and I select a cut. Now distance is to the next face. This is the next face. So I click there. Okay. Now at that junction, let us go back to our figure. Let's try to take a look on this hole here. Now the distance is 15 plus 20, that is 35. 35 from the center here to the center is 45. Do you follow? 45. So 35 plus 45 is how much? 80. Which means that the distance from the center of the circle to this edge is only 20, correct? Here, 15 plus 20 is 35. 35 plus 45 to the center here is 80. Correct? Now the total length is 120. So 120 minus 80 is 20. Now this distance is 35. Correct? 35. 35 plus 45 is 80. So this distance is 40. If this is 15, 40 minus 15 is 25. Therefore, we cannot choose probably the mirror tool because the distance here is 20 and here it's 25. So my question is, can we or can't we use the mirror tool? The answer is still we can use the mirror tool. If I will create a mirror plane, my mirror plane from this plane will be offset to a distance of 45 divided by 2 plus the distance of 20. So that will be 45 divided by 2 is 22.5 plus 20. I will offset a distance of 42.5. So I go back to my drawing here. I click on plane, offset from plane. I select this face. From this face, I will offset a value of 42.5. And from that, I can use now my mirror tool. I click on the mirror tool here. I select the cylinder. I click on the mirror plane here. And there you go. Okay. So work plane, I will hide this one, visibility off. So I have that. Go back to my sketch. This is exactly what you have. See it? Okay. Finish sketch. That is what we have here. Now we'll add some features. For example, I click on the chamfer tool. I have a 2 mm value. I will go with this value. I click here, and then check. Okay. And then I use the fillet tool. I will select feature. I select everything. I will change the value to 1. I click. But if you notice here, I can have an orbit here. Okay. If you notice, this portion here does not have a fillet. Okay. Did you see it? Okay. It does not have a fillet. Why? Because it was not part of the first 2D drawing. So if you want to fillet this, simply click on the fillet tool and then click or select loop. You can select this. Try to take a look. I go back here. So our figure now looks like this. Hold up. Okay, so it's not that difficult. So this is our first example. Under AUTODESK Inventor. Okay, kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.